Hi and welcome back. I'm Julie Downey and I'm so glad you're here because in this session we're going to look at a very traditional yoga pose, and we're also going to look at your arms, and I'm going to use this pose to help you develop more awareness, more strength in your hands, more awareness and strength in your upper arms, and an awareness of trapezius muscles, how you use those relative to how you use the muscles underneath the shoulder. So I want to get away from using these and start using more underneath the arm and tricep and the hand. And that's going to translate into helping you become more effective when you throw a ball, when you have to grab a bat. Any kind of throwing or moving or using your arms will be helped by what we're about to do, so pay close attention. The other thing I want you to be very careful of is if you start to go into this exercise and it bothers your shoulder in any way, I don't want you to do it. Alright, it's too much extension. So, I know you're curious. The pose we're going to look at is downward dog. I'm only going to work with your arms for this particular session, and we're not even going to put you on your feet. We're actually going to be on the knees. So here's how it works. You have a block, and you're going to put your block at the left-hand corner of your mat. Alright, I want you to walk your knees way back. If you have your knees up under your chest like this, nothing happens. The exercise doesn't do anything. So walk your knees back, place your left hand on the block. You've got your wrist on the block. You're going to curl your fingers over the edge of the block, and I want you to bear weight on the left. So I'm taking all my weight left. My hand is active. My upper arm is active, and I'm going to have you rest your head on your arm. Relax your other arm. That's your right arm. Squeeze your left upper arm in towards your ear. That's going to get to tricep. Press your left underarm down towards the mat. Relax your other arm, and then gently move your head away from your arm. Now while you're here, you could take your elbow of your right hand to the ground and just find the trapezius muscles. These are the muscles between your neck and your shoulder. I want you to feel them with your right hand and make sure they're soft. That way you know you're not using your traps to do the exercise, and you gotta breathe. Alright, we've been on this side long enough. We're going to switch sides. So, block on the right, your right hand over the block, your wrist is on the block, you curl the fingers over the block, and I push through my hand. I'm going to have you lay your head on your right arm. Shift your weight right. Squeeze your right upper arm in towards your ear, and as you do that, you'll get the tricep active. Gently move your head away from your arm. I'm pressing my right underarm down towards the mat. And if you put your left elbow on the ground and you touch trapezius muscles and you find that they're soft, that's a good sign. Alright, now if you don't have blocks, you can still do the exercise. You would take your left hand to the corner of the mat, extend it as far away from you as you can, squeeze the upper arm in, press your underarm towards the mat, and you'll feel full extension. Your hand is active. You can feel the upper arm. The other arm's relaxed. You gotta breathe. And then we're gonna switch. So right hand is out. I shift my weight right. I squeeze upper arm in towards my head. Underarm is pressing towards the mat. And I come out of that. And we're gonna do one final thing with this so you can connect your hand strength to the back of your shoulder. Take your hands to the corners of the mat. Walk your knees back. Squeeze your upper arms in, lift your chin away from your chest. Now at this point I have a very narrow range that I can access. I want you to be super careful here. You're not hanging off the ligaments of your shoulder. You actually want to use upper arm muscles and hands. And I'm trying to move my chest towards the mat. And that will open up the back of the shoulder, and then when you come out of it, come into child's pose with your knees apart and just drop your chest onto your thighs. I have arms relaxing. And once you're in child's pose, you're just going to breathe. So I want to review just for a moment. We took downward dog and we turned it into a one arm at a time exercise so that you could feel what you're doing with your traps. I want you to let go of these and start using tricep, serratus anterior, the hand. There was full extension so you could feel the connection between your hand and your shoulder, which will make for more effective throwing and use of your arms. I also want you to be super careful. You're not going to hang off the ligaments of your shoulder. That will ultimately harm your shoulders, so we definitely don't want to do that. So practice the exercise. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it goes for you. And if you would like more great tips and techniques like this one, you can find them on my website. It's juliedowney.com. I always post it right here. I love comments. And until the next time, practice.